How we doing, guys?
What up?
All right, now that we've officially started, I'm gonna go ahead and take a piss.
All right.
That is perfect timing.
All right. Well, on that note, why don't you guys introduce yourselves first, and we'll get that out of the way while Jay's
After you.
taking a break.
You go first.
All right, Jimmy.
And you play?
Guitar. Yeah.
And when the band called again?
Eyes of Theia.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I just had to make sure. I couldn't remember. All right.
We had that controversy over the name.
Is Harris. I play drums for the band Eyes of Theia. Yes.
With an H.
Got it.
With the H, yeah. H is not silent.
Eyes of Theia.
Why was it even a discrepancy whether it was Taya? It's spelled T-H.
Because you know what it was? Okay, so Theia, right? I guess apparently is like some kind of goddess or some kind of Greek mythology type thing. Mm-hmm. And like it's like I'm not probably going to get it right, but it's like some eternal, some kind of weird shit. And like the original guitar player that we had, he like started the band, like made the name, and like he's like kind of crazy and weird. So like, you know, he's like doing his own thing now, but that's you know, past history stuff. And you know, he always said Taya, and like then he made Pete say Taya, and then like he got mad at me for saying Thea, and now it's Thea.
What if Mike Tyson says it?
Then if you guys say Thea, we're gonna agree with him. We're gonna agree with him 100%. Thea, we're backing him up.
Definitely Theia.
Yeah, he's definitely Thea. Yes, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's definitely Thea. Yeah,
he's coming back.
He's
He's gonna fight a shark.
Fighting a shark. I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
He's
Shark
gonna
race.
fight a
Like
fucking
that.
shark.
He'd probably win too. That's the
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the only guy where like I feel like if
Probably
he
bite
had
his
the
ear off.
I
And
feel
by
like
ear, I mean gill.
I feel like if he had to go and fight a grizzly, he would be the only one to win, and like the grizzly would be without
He'd be like
both
Khabib
ears.
then.
Like,
From like
You know what?
UFC.
I think I could fight a grizzly bear.
I would pay.
I think you
so
could
much
wrestle
to
a
see
grizzly bear.
I don't think I could wrestle a grizzly bear, but I could definitely fight one. Like,
And what do you
They're much weeker in grappling and ground fighting techniques. So Jay.
I feel like that's false.
I'm gonna sweep the leg and
Oh yeah, there you go. You gotta
Grind
give it the
yourself.
crane though. You gotta finish it with the crane. Illegal move.
exactly.
There you go.
Do you understand how terrifying it is to die from being eaten by a bear?
I've seen The Revenant, of course I
I've
have.
seen that as well.
Like, cause
Yeah.
they're
You
not.
bleed out though before you would even die though. Like, you go into shock, bleed out, and then
Yeah.
probably pass out.
That's the point. See, like, if you're getting eaten by a lion, he's just gonna like go at your neck or something like that, and you're gonna
Kill you.
die pretty
Bears-
quick. You know, a bear doesn't care. He's gonna hold you and eat pieces out of you, and you'll die.
Bears start
slowly.
eating you while you're still alive.
Yeah, and
They eat
like,
their prey while they're still alive. It's fucked up.
What if he like starts playing with your body as like a yo-yo or some shit, like juggling your body as you're still
A
like
killer
alive?
whale would do
like
that.
a fucking like you get attacked by a circus bear.
Yeah.
he's like he's got like 3 of your limbs.
He's on the
fucking-
unicycle and everything.
A fucking orca might do some shit like that to you, like play with you and shit. Like, it's terrifying.
I feel like I stand even a better chance of fighting a grizzly bear that's been trained as a circus bear because then I'm just kicking out the unicycle.
Yeah, but in what circumstance you're gonna have a unicycle on you? You just carry random unicycles with you?
no,
the
he's
bear-
already
the
riding
bear
it.
will have one.
He's
The
riding
bear will
it.
have one.
Don't get it messed up though.
He might use your body as a unicycle though.
If that
Make
thing
sure
gets-
that
In which case, I will kick out myself.
I kick out myself.
But also, I can juggle, which I feel as if is an advantage because you know
He
the
might
bear-
think you're a good guy.
mutual respect.
Yeah.
and he might leave me alone.
Yeah, then he might carry you and just make you follow him around everywhere.
yeah, we'll be like a 2-man act.
Exactly.
You're gonna like pick up
You're
other
stuck with
bears
them
and
for
other
life.
people that could juggle.
I love how
just
we
be a
made
circus.
it. We made it. We didn't even make it to who the other guys in the band are yet. We just like straight
Right
off
to
got
the
into
Grizzly
circus
Bears
bears.
and-
Yeah, immediately. So
I'm Tom Cruise, by the way.
Okay,
I've
nice.
heard it,
I like that. Mission
Scientology.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Oprah. That's all I remember.
I got
Oprah.
a tooth in the direct center of my face.
Have you ever seen his video? Like, he put out a video to promote Scientology that like the Church of Scientology did not.
We don't
okay.
agree with this. We never said
wait,
this
like
was real.
He was
actually Tom Cruise?
Like
Like,
actually,
the actual-
Tom Cruise put out one, and it's got like the Mission Impossible music in the background.
What the
And he's
fuck
like,
does he know
and like
about
he's like sitting in a
Scientology?
chair, like real intense. He's like, I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist. It's just like,
Well, he's not wrong. He's impressive. He's very impressive.
Yeah, so
questions,
who,
Brandon?
I was gonna say who are the other guys in your band? Obviously, you guys aren't a two-piece. I mean,
we could be. We could be like a mathcore, mathcore scene, iPod band. You know,
that's
one of
true.
those
Don't
weird
get
things.
Remember Matt talked about the band he was in the.
Industrial band.
Nah, but remember the.
It was just him and his laptop.
Nah, but do you remember what he called it? Remember his lead singer's like the core in front. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I don't want to get into that.
Nah,
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
That's funny,
That might be a little bit.
I mean, we've got all our genres. What are we? We're cringecore,
Yeah,
cringecore, and
the kind of core we are.
mediocre. We're mediocre.
Mediocre is really
Yeah.
good. I mean, better than our core. We're not even in the core list.
You're below core.
Yeah, below core.
Below core.
So we got Pete. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'm just gonna say Tortellini.
Theia.
Pete Tortellini. So Pete Tentacles. Steve Flynn. He's our other guitar player. He was part of the. He was like mid mic crisis. I call it the mic crisis. Mid mic crisis before he left the band. He was like kind of like in between being in our band and not being in our band. And then we have Matt. I don't know his last name. He's our new member.
Matt Tortellini.
Matt Tortellini on bass. They're
Him
not
and Peter
related. No
married.
relation. No relation. They're not the Tortellini brothers. No relation. And is that it? I think we have some horn players or something. I don't know.
Yeah, guys,
Couple
you
of
don't,
keyboardists.
guys you don't even know about.
Yeah, we got members we don't even know about.
We have a guy playing the spoons and another guy playing the washboard.
That sounds like fucking Slipknot Part 2. Like, you got so many members you don't even know
Yeah.
how many you have
That's
anymore.
right.
We got the guy playing the kazoo too. I
Mhm.
forget.
Yeah, the pan flute. He's like half horse, half man.
So I know Harris has been in the band since it started, right?
Well, okay,
Close
so
to it.
yeah, pretty damn close. Like I wasn't the original drummer. It was my. I'm trying to think. It was so long ago, to be honest with you. Okay, so the story goes, after my original band disbanded with the original guitar player, he made a side project that ended up being his main project. He had Pete sing for him, and then they had another drummer named Jordan that was supposed to be playing drums for them, and he ended up just like leaving after like 2 weeks because, I don't know, his life situation or whatever he's going through. I ended up just coming through, and then, we were playing for a while. We had Gary Sandler, that was our original bass player as well. He was a part of the original lineup, and now we're here,
So how'd you wind up joining? You were just like.
I'm just like, me and Mike were mutual friends, and we worked at the same place, so I was like, dude, like, I'll just play drums. And he knew, like, I played drums and, like, whatever other instruments and stuff. So he was like, I don't know, and he kind of, like, I don't know, he didn't want me to join, kind of, but then, like, he had no choice because he couldn't find any other drummer, so he's like,
Oh, well,
I'll settle for you.
Yeah, you're a drummer. I mean, you just have all
He
the
would
options.
get pissed, though, being, like, 10 minutes late. He'd be like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? You're 10 minutes late? Like, yeah, at one time, we had a show in New York, right? And I was, like, maybe, like, 15 minutes late to meet up at his spot. We were all going to convoy together. And he was like, here's your fucking sandwich. He made me an egg and cheese, threw it at me. And I was like, I'll still eat it.
10 minutes is
Cool.
nothing. I mean,
Yeah,
we're.
It was 15.
Like,
15.
He would
Whatever
absolutely
it
hate
is.
us because we all take turns being 6 hours late to things.
Yeah,
That's
like-
cool. I mean, life happens.
But
I mean, shit
the only
happens.
one that never gets in trouble is our drummer Justin, because it's a drummer thing, and we'll just be like, you missed 3 weeks in a row, whatever.
He
you
didn't
know?
come to practice for
Yeah.
like 6 months, and we got mad at him, and he's like, "Okay, I'll come to practice now." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, so I
But
mean,
like since
I
then,
guess I'm gonna
he's been
practice.
consistent.
He's been good now.
because you've
He's
got
all
so
right.
much leverage. You're like, I'm the only drummer in Connecticut.
It does.
Basically,
It's a lot of leverage. It's kind of like a gift and a curse, though, because then everyone
Yeah.
wants you to join their band.
Yeah.
I've yet to feel like that because I don't like really put myself out in that kind of way.
Yeah.
People are like, "Wait, you play drums?" I'm like, "No."
It's like when you have a truck and someone's like, I'm moving. You're like, oh,
Alright, see
I'm
ya.
sorry. Yeah, but yeah, and so you were there from the beginning. How did you join the band?
This is
Actually,
like a month
Recently,
ago?
this
right?
is like a month and some change ago.
We're giving him like the luxury service right now. He gets interviewed after
Dude,
a
you
month
don't,
in.
you don't. That's why
Damn.
you don't have to like say anything. You can just nod your head and just.
Yeah. He's getting all the luxury.
It's when you don't know like what the answer to the question is, and you just sit there and smile.
Yeah,
That's
And wait.
that's it.
and
Yeah,
wait.
you won the
Smile away.
sweepstakes today, man.
You can do like the
Yeah.
British thing.
Oh, the Queen wave.
Yeah, there you go. See that?
Isn't
I
that-
swear to God, I've seen. Now that I think about it, I've seen your Michael Myers tattoo too. Yeah, I don't know why,
You
but
gotta
I
be
recognize your
You
tattoo.
gotta be following like the same page. Or
I
something.
have to be, or a hashtag or something,
Yeah.
because like I feel like I keep seeing.
Shout out to Perez. Was it him, Perez?
Julio.
Oh, Julio. Sorry. Shout out to Julio. Someone. It's someone. Shout out to that guy.
Where do you get your ink done?
What's up?
Where do you get your ink done at?
At first I went to Hope Gallery. It's like a huge,
Really legit place, yeah.
yeah. It's just like a huge place where there's like multiple tattoo artists. Really, all of them are good.
Like
Really
regional,
good.
national known
Yeah.
artists, yeah.
Really good.
Like what, $150, $200 an hour minimum?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like on the cheaper side too.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people
crazy.
charge like $300 an hour.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
this whole thing cost me $150, but this was in like 3 different sessions and stuff,
Yeah.
like 3 45-ish minute sessions.
Yeah.
But I plan on building on the rent of it, but like I want to find a bit of a better artist to do it.
There's always some great artists around here,
Yeah.
you know?
But yeah, after I went to Hope Gallery for like 1 or 2 or something like that, and then the guy I normally go to got his own shop in Wallingford, so now I go there.
That's Julio?
That's Julio, yeah.
Why his own shop? I gotta
His
go.
own shop, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
very
what
good.
people say is like when you find your artist, stick with them
Yeah,
because
definitely.
like stylistically and
Unless he's
Yeah.
like all the way in Dubai, you're like, fuck, I gotta fly
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit.
dude, some of these guys that are like they do like the equivalent of bands, like they tour. They'll
They do,
do like
yeah.
tattoo.
That's
All the
how Benny
conventions,
got
the
his
convention
one on his
tour.
leg.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so I mean that's kind of a rough situation if you're like your guys in like
Denver.
the North Pole.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
He's
Tattooing
touring.
Santa Claus.
Dude, I bet Santa Claus has some sweet fucking
He
ink,
does.
dude.
He's badass,
He's
dude.
got a full suit.
That's
Fully
full
tattooed.
suit.
Yeah, that's probably why he covers like every inch of his
Yeah,
body. Like
yeah,
it's probably
see?
just like from here down.
He could- it was an employment thing.
Beard covers.
No,
He's got a
no
skull
hand
tattoo
tats.
on his head because he wears a
Oh,
No,
hat.
no, he's got like the 6'9" thing.
Oh, yeah. He has to cover it up. No. It's fucked up. He's like, I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch.
God, can you imagine if that guy fucking dropping through your chimney to give you presents? Fucking 6'9".
6'9"?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
you
6'9" with Santa Claus.
Hurry up, turn the fucking, what's it called?
The gas.
Turn it on, turn it
No,
on.
he wouldn't like do that. 6'9" would drop down your chimney and just tell your parents all the fucked up shit you did. Like,
He's got a list, dude. He fucking checked it.
He checked it 8 times, 9 times, 9 times.
Who was
He
it?
probably wouldn't be able to do nothing. He'd probably have like 20 security guards around him like he does right now too.
What was it? There was some charity or something recently where he tried to donate like
Oh, they said no thanks.
a ton of money and they just said no because they didn't want to be associated with him.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
So what would you like consider your guys like music like genre wise? I know it's always a tough
Below
question.
remember?
Below
We made the
yeah,
genre.
yeah, but like I don't know. I mean, what do you like? What influences would you guys say that you've
So
like?
everyone
taken?
has their own influences. Like he comes into the table with his own influence. I come to my, with my own influences. Pete, like he's like a straight hardcore guy. Like New York, beat down, hardcore, in your
Yeah.
face, brass knuckles,
I've
fucking
noticed.
torture house. So yeah, he has his own influence. And then like Steve is more like kind of like Pink Floyd-ish. Like he's a little jam band a little bit. He's not really like that metal-ish, but his metal is kind of like that like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who does that sound like?
Like I don't know, like his metal's like kind of
Yeah.
like modern type, like I guess you can say Godsmack or like Disturbed, like kind of like stuff like that. His guitar playing would be like the chugs like that, and like kind of like the straight like chug stuff.
Yeah.
Chug.
Was there? I'm pretty sure there was
Chug.
there was a hug in there. I'm pretty sure that was chug hug.
It was a hand hug.
hug.
A
Okay.
hand hug.
Yeah, it was a hand hug. And then like you have your own influences. Like he likes more modern bands,
It'd
kind
probably
of.
be like.
But like you like older stuff too, though. He likes everything.
I like.
He has
all
a
this
wide
shit.
spectrum.
It'd
He's
prob-
above the influence though.
It would probably be like Kill Switch and like. What?
This reminded me of we went to see.
I thought of the same thing.
Was it Lamb of God and or no? It was,
Lamb of God and Behemoth.
Yeah, Lamb of God and
and
Behemoth.
Okay, yeah, Steve
Hatebreed
likes
was
that kind of
opening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
we
you
went
go.
to go
Let's
see
finish.
them like a while ago as a band. I think it was like a year or two ago. And out of nowhere, the guy from Kill Switch comes out. The
He
Howard?
looks
singer.
like he just
Howard,
got out the
But
gym.
he's in like full Nike Pro with
What
like a
was it?
baseball hat.
He's like, yo, he's about to rap to us.
Definitely though, another influence would probably be I fucking love Slayer so much.
Yeah.
Slayer!
But you like August Burns Red and shit too, though.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Parkway
dude,
Drive.
I'm a
Yeah.
big August Burns
So,
Red fan.
Before
Big
we get
Parkway
into
Drive
that,
fan.
fun fact:
Yeah.
I've never seen Kai wear a not Slayer hat before.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But
not
he's
even
wearing it
his
right
oldest
now. Look.
Slayer hat. Yeah.
He likes to rain blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you wearing a...
I love the way you're sitting right now, Kai. It's very sexual.
Hold on, can
And
we get...
violent. Sexual and violent.
Hold on, nobody can see what he's
Well, I mean, for the
wearing. Hold on, I think people would be disturbed by that. So I'm gonna go take...
So we'll be down with the sickness.
Kai, put your leg fucking back.
Alright. Is this the threat?
Alright, now you're gonna edit that in.
Yeah, you do my bidding for me.
have you always into metal, or was it like?
I like everything. I like
Yeah.
hip hop. I like dance music.
Wow.
Modern like pop, rock.
When I was like, believe it or not, when I was younger, the first band I actually listened to was one of the first bands was Megadeth actually.
Yeah.
Cause my
I
dad
love
likes
Megadeth.
that shit.
Yeah.
So back when CD players were cool, yeah, I used to play it on
Wait.
that thing.
Are they not cool?
So you're probably gonna make a change.
Sorry, man.
Just like I'm still using SD or not SD, freaking VHS.
I feel even older.
Has
I
it
was
just in
like
the back
Walkman.
pocket?
I was like mid Walkman to CD era.
See, I don't ever use my CDs, but I buy a lot of them. I have.
gotta bring
a
the
I
lot
like
of
it for
bookmarks
just
back.
like having a physical copy.
Dude, it
You know what I
feels
mean?
good.
I want like the
Yeah.
album cover. I want the artwork. I want to see the title of the songs. I want to be able to like remember what the songs are.
Yeah.
Because I have a terrible memory.
I think that's why vinyl had
I was
such a
just
big
gonna
say
comeback
that, yeah.
was because of that, like,
Yeah.
Throwback.
you know, when I got a vinyl player and, you know, for a while I was buying albums like every weekend and like I'd put them on the record player, I'd sit there, I'd look at the album art, and like most of the records that they sell today have like extended album art, so like you just kind of sit there, you listen, and you look at the different things that they
Yeah.
wanted you to see while you were listening to that album.
And
And like
to
it
add on
changes
to
the
that-
experience.
To add on to that, you flip it upside down, and then you start hearing it backwards, so you can start doing satanic chants.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then
Yeah.
and then bring Cthulhu back from the dead.
Wait, what do you get when you play Infinite Annihilator backwards is my real question.
The
It
Bible.
plays like fucking
you
the
got the
Beatles.
Bible.
The Beatles. What did I got? The Bible.
It's
Yeah,
like
I was
it's
gonna say you get we're no strangers
what
to
the-
love.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rick
Rick
Roll,
Roll.
you get Rick Roll.
Yeah,
Oh, what's
you get
the-
Rick Astley. Yeah, you get Rick Astley.
What was the guy's name that voiced Darth Vader? I forgot his fucking name.
I know who you're talking about.
Is it like James something?
James L. Jones?
James Earl Jones.
Hetfield.
Yeah, there you go.
Jones.
James Earl Jones. He did a full.
father! Yeah!
He did a
Fuck
full
Lars.
fucking audiobook version of the Bible, and I didn't know about it till just recently, and it's very entertaining.
Yeah, I can see that actually. Yeah.
Like, did it take him like
Yeah.
3 months to record all of that? Like,
Yeah.
What's
I
the
mean,
What's
probably.
the guy with the really annoying voice that we talk about all the time?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert. What if Gilbert Godfrey played Darth Vader?
That would be the most.
I think he's like the real life
unintimidating guy.
Gonzo from Muppets. He's like the real life Gonzo.
I love him reading 50 Shades of Grey, though. Like, that is amazing.
Yeah. If
Oh
you
my
haven't
God.
found
I
that,
don't think
later
I've
on.
ever seen that before.
Mhm.
That
He
sounds,
actually-
that sounds,
That's really did that.
that sounds really disturbing.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's-
you'll like
it's
come
terrible.
instantly.
Somehow it's less disturbing than the original, like for men. I don't know, but the reason I was asking that is just because like obviously I listen to everything too. I'm the same way, but like I've been bumping one of your songs, and I'm gonna have you guess which one it is. But like I want to know what you guys think your best song is that you've written, and then I'll tell you what my favorite is.
That's tough.
Well, we only recorded 2
Yeah.
songs.
So
3
well,
songs.
I've heard a lot live too.
We got,
Oh, you
we
did?
got
Yeah.
like newer shit coming though.
Of the
The
of the
music's way
two
cooler, man. This stuff is like,
Yeah,
of
we
the
got
two, one of them is.
I know what it is.
Embers of.
No, it's not.
No.
Yep.
It is? Oh.
Way more. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't scream. I
Hey.
sing, so maybe I can jam with it.
Here's a
Maybe
more
that's it.
interesting question. Have you guys had your influences change over the years? So, like,
Oh, fucking
Absolutely.
definitely, dude. Oh my
Absolutely.
god, yes.
you think so? So,
Yeah.
5 years ago, what do you think your biggest influences were? as far as-
Teletubbies.
Well, actually, I gotta go back more. So, alright, so 5 years
Vanilla
ago,
Ice.
the same as the Vanilla Ice. 10 years ago, no. Oh, I want to say, I'm okay. 13, 12 years ago.
An amount of years ago.
Way back when, in
A
a
little
galaxy
over
far,
a
far
decade.
away.
A little over a decade.
Yeah, a little over a decade ago, I was just strictly metal and hardcore. I didn't give a shit about anything else. Everything else sucked. I was shit on everything else, just metal and hardcore. You know, I want to be like, oh man,
Angel.
if it's not As Late Dying, if it's not
Angel.
like, Kill Switch, or if it's not Teletubbies, You know what I mean? I don't want anything else but those three. You know.
And then you heard Gucci Gang and your life changed
Yeah,
forever.
I was like, damn, I want to be like that. I want to be that guy.
You know, I had something similar, but with Riff Raff. As soon as I heard him say,
Tiptoeing on my
"Tiptoeing in my job," I was like, of course.
And no, you were like, when I blow up, what does he say? You ever see that video? And he's like,
Wait, Gilbert Godfrey? Or
no, man. He's like, I'm gonna blow up. I pretend like I don't know. And then everyone else doesn't copy them.
We saw him.
Yeah, that's.
We saw him
I keep
live at
bringing
work.
back.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god! I was like, give me your dreadlock.
He's got. You know how they give you they give all the performing artists like cans of Monster, but they're not actually Monster. It, like
water?
A little print right here. It'll say water.
Yeah.
And he's like spraying the crowd with it and shit. And he accidentally fucking let it go and hit some guy in the face.
Oh!
Yeah. And then he's like
stopped.
He's like.
Yeah, he
He's
stopped.
like, I'm sorry.
He stopped rapping, and so it was a whole backing
And
track.
so
you
the
could
backing
tell.
track just keeps going.
And he's going like, "Oh my god, oh my god!"
It was like that movie Tenacious D where he's like, oh,
Yeah.
and he blows his head. I did not mean to
mean
blow your mind.
So,
He's like, sorry.
So what do you think your influences like changed into after that?
I like a lot of like indie rock and like just more relaxed music. I like just kind of like that old like vintage like 70s kind of groove to like it didn't always have to be about double bass anymore. It was just about melody and just like just different kind of like how like just like the accents on the guitar and like just like the bass grooves. It was just about this like just the music.
Yeah.
And I would always be like, oh yeah, metal's awesome because like you have to be a really amazing musician in order to perform it live. What you're putting out, you know, in the CD and for the most part, metal, dude, they're like a symphony. They're like a symphony band, you know, pretty much.
Yeah. The Symphony of Destruction, you know.
Exactly, you know, and it's just like I really highly respected metal, and then I didn't realize like other genres like just like the hard hitting of like the simple 4/4 beat could make such an impact on just like.
Yeah.
There's
music in
there's a
general.
beauty to simplicity.
Yeah, it really is.
So what
And it
genre
changed me.
do you go for when you're driving? If you're doing a long, like you're driving to Florida right now, what's the first thing you're gonna play?
Dude, I'm a
Depends on
fan.
the weather, right?
Like, yeah, well, not even, yeah, it does. Yeah, there's like you ever heard of Phoenix? Like Phoenix?
I have not.
They're like indie, kind of like it's like no, I think they had a song with Tony Hawk maybe one of the games, but they're
If
awesome.
it was underground, I probably have heard it.
They're really good. Roosevelt, Cannibal Corpse. Roosevelt, you ever heard of them?
I have actually. I haven't listened to that.
Awesome dude. Like they're out there. Like just like okay, so the guy he took like music from like he used to play in a rock band, right? And then he used to actually DJ too. So he took characteristics of the best of both worlds, combined it, and it was like DJ, rock, pop, and like just dance, and like he had like the 4/4 groove, but like all instruments and like all the synthesizers, all real, not computerized, you know, and like he plays all that
that's
stuff,
awesome.
and it's just impressive, you know, and just seeing all that, and like,
Like,
that one artist that makes something as a whole like that.
That's what Rage Against the Machine, their guitarist, would talk about. You watch interviews of him, and he's like, I'm not a guitarist. He's like, I trained myself as a DJ. He's like, and that's why our music turned out the way it did, because I took the whole different perspective. So like sometimes when people take
Just
those
different noises and different kind of effects and
Yeah.
influences, and you just kind of like throw that into that genre, and then it just changes the whole game. You have a whole other genre that you just made.
That's true.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, if I'm doing like a long drive, I find it boring to listen to metal while I'm driving. Like, you'll mostly find me listening to rap music.
Really?
For some reason, it's so
For me,
weird.
The
like,
hip hop beat's so
for me,
sick though, dude.
It's
Yeah.
punk. For me, I love driving to punk, but on a rainy day, I've been finding myself more often than not listening to this one Marilyn Manson album. It's a recent album. It's the one with Mephistopheles of
The
Los
one
Angeles
where I
on it.
stole your vape.
I love that one. Banana boat flavor.
I think
Isn't the sunscreen?
I think it's Alabama or something.
I think it was like an underwear.
Blueberry.
Frozen berry?
Frozen blueberry. Can't use this one because it'll like kill us. So.
Gangster berry. No, but you're gonna be like you can be like the smoke show. You know?
It's crazy though, like
The Pale Emperor. That's what it's called.
There you go.
Pale Emperor is like, it's very like, very soft, very like, it just kind of like if it's raining out, you'll see what I mean. If you listen to it next time you're driving in the rain on a long drive, you throw that on.
It's eerie a little bit.
It's eerie and it's
solemn.
It's very solemn. It's like very like there's some songs on there that are like, huh?
You just kind of vibe to it, I guess. Right?
Yeah, you just
sets the
vibe.
mood.
For
It
days
sets
like
the
that,
mood.
I listen to Buckethead shit.
I love Buckethead.
Yeah.
I actually, I saw him at Toads.
So did I. We were at the
Yeah.
same show then.
Yeah.
He fucking denied me, by the way. When it was toy time, he was giving everyone shit, and my friend was right next to me. He gave him something. I think it was Chutes and Ladders or
Yeah,
something. He looks me in the eyes. Like, I actually seen his eyeballs, and then he turned away from me, and I was like, wow, I was just denied by God. Like, that's what that feels like.
He looked at you, right? He looked at you, and he was like, psych.
But the next week I played on the same stage, so I was happy with that. Like, I was like, all right.
I always wanted
And then
to,
he offered you the toy, then he was like, psych. 2 in a row.
Just takes it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, something weird about his set though. He had 2 of his Les Pauls up there, right?
Yeah.
And he broke a string in the middle of the song, but instead of getting his other guitar, he went in the back and put another string on. And I have no clue why he did that.
That's fucking awesome.
It was a prop guitar. It was like cardboard.
It was a
It was an IKEA prop.
No, you know how he like I don't know, like in the middle of the show, hold the guitar out and he'll let people hit the kill
Yeah.
switch. I always wanted to fucking. I never got the chance because all the motherfuckers just always push people out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, he
You put a kill switch in your guitar because of
I
him.
have kill switches in all of my guitars because of him. But
Did you engage it?
No, I wasn't gonna make that joke, but now that you did,
Yeah,
it,
that's it, dude. Come on,
well, you
had
can't make
to.
it twice.
yeah, I can't make it again. So
No, but
You gotta make lame jokes.
I was on the right side of the stage. Like, I got there early, so I was right there at the bar, so I was as close as I could be to him. But he went to all the people on the left side and let them touch the kill switch, so he didn't even make it halfway to me. I was really sad about that, too.
That's a giant human too.
He is very large.
Yes.
yeah.
If he wasn't so skinny and I seen him in the woods or something, I would think he's like an alien or a gorilla or something.
Or a
It's like
murderer.
Slenderman.
Axe murderer.
Yeah. Well, he's not gonna be a little bucket head.
Or Slenderman, yeah. Slenderman's a good...
Yeah, Slenderman.
He always acts like a robot, so maybe a robot or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
He's the Iron Giant. You remember the movie Iron Giant?
yeah.
Friend.
I like how there's like a whole thread on Reddit about who Buckethead is, because a lot of people think he's Paul Gilbert for some reason, but like Paul Gilbert is nowhere near his size.
And then realize it's Gilbert Godfrey on stilts. On stilts. You son of a bitch, you got me again.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
it was him
boy.
the whole time.
Yeah, but the whole thing with like I was just thinking of Toads and everything. I mean, with all the stuff that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we're dying to play. Like
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
ridiculous.
It kind of feels nice though. I'll tell you why. It feels nice because as soon as it happens and like we're able to play live again, it's just gonna be like a zoo. It's gonna be crazy.
We're gonna have
dude.
to hit everything early though,
crazy.
because everyone's gonna be playing
No matter what.
everywhere.
Yeah, but no matter what though, every show, I expect a good turnout.
Yeah.
Because now people realize how much they miss going out
Yeah.
and being out. They're probably just homebodied for so long. It can go both ways though. It can either be like they're gonna be like whoa, and then they be like like amusement park, or it could be like B, and they'd be like, wow, I'm so used to being home and I love it so much. I'm gonna just fucking stay home.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
That's what. Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
People just get used to staying at their houses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that
It becomes a lifestyle.
I think that the trend that we're going to see because of all the closings of big venues, I think the trend that we're going to see is a lot of house shows. Just like shows in
Private
people's
shows,
backyards, somebody's basement, private shows,
I'll tell you what.
which I'm okay with.
They're the best type of shows. There was this one gig I played up at Yukon, up in Stores, and it was a Yukon or Bust, I guess the event was called, and like every their dorms are like little houses kind of, and like we were playing at one of these houses, and like we were playing late as shit, but like it was so many people, like they're so into it. And, like college shows are always the best. College shows are always killer. That's like the meal ticket, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
You just gotta. The key is to get
Get
people
in
who
there.
like that kind of music.
Yeah, and
'cause
get
it's-
yourself in there is the main thing, because like it's tough unless you like go to that specific college, or like you have a big following in that like vicinity. Then you can, or like the way we got it is like we knew a guy that we went to that place and he was hosting the event, so we got our way in. But
I was gonna say you gotta know somebody.
you gotta know someone.
Yeah,
Our
well,
problem
that's how it is in
uh,
general.
We don't have any friends outside of each other, so like
It's great. We talked about that. Like, we were just thinking about
Rich
it.
is our
What
friend,
about
I
used
think.
napkin?
We just
Rich, are you a friend?
used
Chip?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got chip and used napkin.
Yeah.
Use
And
napkin.
Penny.
Penny. No, he's a quarter now, actually.
Oh, he's a quarter. Oh, he upgraded. He evolved though.
Yeah,
He
he got
got
25 friends that had an orgy and just became a
It's
quarter.
inflation.
How many rare
Actually-
candies you give him?
actually what it is the change shortage.
Yeah, what is that going on? Everywhere
What do you
is the same message. Is that like
Dude,
it's
that's a good thing. That means
change
change
shortage.
will
Oh,
be
you
worth
know what?
millions.
You know, I had to go to the.
It's all in my fucking
I had to go
laundry
to the
machine.
gas
I
station up
swear.
here. I had to go to the gas station up here. This one was
I've been
closed, so I
holding
went like down the street, and they had a big sign that says "We need 5s and 10s." Like,
What?
is that what you're talking
No,
about?
that's
No. This is like actual
Like
like
change.
national like whatever
Coins.
change
Like
shortage.
coins are
Yeah,
gone.
coins
Yeah.
are being like they're not being made as much.
Okay, I
anymore.
thought small
Maybe
bills
they'll be
were just
worth more.
getting
Maybe the
fucked
penny
over.
might be worth like fucking like
2
5
cents.
billion.
Oh.
Everyone
Uh,
save
5
on to
billion
the pennies. Yeah, keep
5
your
billion.
pennies.
Yeah.
Well, why are we still making pennies?
Because
That's the
True.
thing.
because if you stopped making pennies, then the price of things would go up.
Why?
Because then there wouldn't be that smallest increment. You would have to go to the next smallest
I
increment.
mean,
which is
I
5
feel
cents.
I feel like it'd be easy to price everything ending with a
then
5.
Yeah, if
or
you
a
make it
0.
an even number, it wouldn't really be a big deal.
Like,
Yeah, but then
I feel like it's a
everything would
waste
be
of
5
time.
cents more.
Or 5 cents less.
it would be like for
Probably
at
5
least
cents
the
more.
year.
Probably 5 cents
I love
more.
how
Five
there's
cents
all
more.
these like world problems going on right now, and we're like,
Talking
it
about
needs
pennies.
to be ended.
We need pennies ASAP.
End in a 0.
We need the precious.
But like,
What is this $12.99 bullshit?
Yeah, the fuck.
But the whole like, I mean, I know for us, like we've just been trying to write a lot and doing all that. I mean, because you really can't do anything about what's going on necessarily. So I mean, we tried. Like it was one of those things. We were all like adamant to just play, and like, but we kind of came to terms with the fact that we just gotta wait it out.
It's almost like it's kind of good in a way though because it gives you like time to
Just plan
Focus
out.
on your
plan
Yeah,
out,
focus
work on
on
new
your
material.
stage
music
presence.
and yeah.
Have you guys been writing a lot?
Yeah, we've been working on some new stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because the best way, I feel like, I mean, we were showing them like our original, like our older stuff, and it's when you have like a new lineup like that and it's so dramatic with like having like a whole nother guitar player, a whole nother member, a whole nother bass player, it just like adds too much toll on like just trying to recreate the same music. So we have like our main songs, and we're trying to base off that, but like gain his creativity into our mix now and like create something even better than what we possibly ever could. He adds like a whole another characteristic to our band, just more oomph, more just overall just bigger presence. We were doing that one guitar player for a little bit before the whole COVID thing, and it was all right. The last show we played was I believe Cherry Street. It was good. It was a good turnout. Good place.
Cherry Street's probably the best sound I've ever had.
Best fucking
Like,
stage for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a good stage. I'm not gonna
With
I'm not gonna agree on the best sound because there's so many better places. Like, no offense to them, they're great, but like
At a bar though.
for a bar,
It's amazing.
I'm
With-
saying,
Especially with the risers in front, I fucking love that.
he played.
in Bridgeport, the acoustic. You ever go down there?
No,
We haven't played
I've
there
heard.
Before they closed
I've-
down, it was an amazing place, dude. Great place. And down Tuxedo Junction, they had a decent place down in Danbury. Before I don't know, they're probably definitely closed down now, but the room was really good sound too. You ever go down there?
I know exactly. I know what you're talking
The
about.
guy,
Yeah.
Vern, I think his name is.
Mhm.
I don't know. They probably don't. Like a lot of, it just sucks seeing like all these places that once were open and had like like local bands to play and then some nationals, some regionals, whatever. Now they're just like there's nowhere to play. It's like Rhode
Yeah.
Island, dude. There's
It's
nowhere to
just
play.
Yeah.
It's just like the ATC is gonna stay open. You're always gonna have the ATC.
No one
Nothing.
plays there anymore.
We're-
Why?
That was our first show.
That was our first show.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was
We,
my
you
first
know what's
show.
funny? We actually
That place is awesome.
we played there twice within, I want to say, like a 2-month period, and like generally.
the shows were a week apart.
Or were they? I don't remember. But anyway, so we went.
Local tour,
Yeah, exactly.
2020.
And so we played there the second time, and I didn't really have anything to do with organizing this one. Jay organized it, and the first one was like a metal showcase.
I fucking just
The
boomed
second
my
one,
way into it.
the
Just
second
fucking
one-
like, can I play at your place?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
And the
like,
second one,
Yeah.
What kind of music are you? Metal.
Metal.
What was the band? There was
You have like a typewriter. Metal.
I do the scream.
it was like a Christian band.
Yeah, no,
and
it
then
wasn't a Christian band. It was
two-piece bluegrass.
yeah, it was
band.
an acoustic blues night. And so we were playing
That's
last.
great.
We're playing like the dead last spot.
Wait,
and so
it was a blues night.
acoustic and blues, yeah.
Yeah.
So we wind up hearing all these bands, and they were good. I mean, there's a
They
couple
were
of them.
One-legged frog.
There's a
What was the name of the acoustic band? That
Bay State was really
Bay
good.
State.
We played with
They were
them.
really cool. I liked them. Their
there were a
their
couple other
bassist
bands.
was like jumping up and down and
Yeah.
swinging his bass around.
It was the
got
only
so-
member. It was just him, this bass. It was no one else.
Yeah, it was two acoustic players.
Yeah,
and,
there was.
and a
They were
bassist.
after.
That's cool.
And like,
Yeah.
there's nothing like seeing somebody that's really into what they're doing to sell you on their music. And watching him play, I could tell that he was into what he was doing.
You genuinely had a good time.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even my style of music, but I liked it.
Right.
Because
He made you like it.
They made me like
You're
it.
like,
you
wow, I
know?
didn't realize I would like this music.
Exactly.
And then you went home, listened to it, and like, wait, it's not the same as like live.
Exactly.
Bro.
What's funny,
This isn't live.
my whole point in that though is that there was another band after us. I don't remember if they were covers or originals. I think they were both. And it was just a keyboard player and a bass player they were both singing, and they were playing like bluegrass type of stuff.
like weird
That
older
And-
grouper.
people.
They're called grouper.
Grouper?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. And so I'm like standing there because I had nothing to do with the booking process, and I'm like, oh shit.
I stumbled
I'm
on
like,
that one
I'm like,
too.
they're gonna
okay.
freaking hate us when we get
Okay.
up
That's
there.
the whole point of it.
And
That's
so
the beauty
then
of it.
we get up, we play, we do our thing, and then that same lady playing the bass and singing comes up to me and she's like, "You sound like our favorite death metal band." And I'm like, what? So it's really cool, to have musicians to. I mean, like you
And
guys
then
the same
connecting.
thing.
You know
Yeah.
what still bothers me
Yeah.
though? The best band I've ever seen live in my entire
Jersey?
life
Tenacious D.
in Jersey.
No, there was this
Oh
band in
my
New
God.
Jersey.
They're the best
Listen,
band ever.
Fuck, dude, we
And
played.
there-
Was it
We
that?
played.
Let me explain.
Oh, was
Let
it?
me
All right,
tell.
go ahead, go ahead.
So we go. A buddy of ours was in the army with another friend of his, and they were having like a welcome back show down in Jersey, and he was like, "Oh, come down and play. It's gonna be like punk bands. You guys will fit in just fine." We go in, and like the first set's like just a guy and an acoustic guitar, and that's it. The second set is two guys playing like trippy alternative
Psychedelic
type of shit. And so
like Buckethead when he gets bored.
Bucket, but softer than Buckethead.
And like
I
dropped
loved it.
acid.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Tool fan,
Buckethead
so
dropped acid.
it was like Tool.
It was
I mean,
cool.
it was.
So, we're already in this fucking seedy place where this dude's saying Coke saved my life, and it's just like fucking what,
Maybe he did. Maybe he liked Coca-Cola.
He's like, I was
And-
gonna
No,
have
but
diabetes.
so before
when I
you
started
get
the
into
diet.
that-
Like
stage,
a polar bear now.
we get on the stage, and I'm like, I came here to fuck up the vibe, and we did. We fucked up the vibe. We're pretty heavy.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have said that. That's like oh no, they came to fuck up the vibe.
No, they
Oh
they were into it. They
No, it was
fucking.
a really good show.
We had like people were moshing, and we were
That's
like,
cool.
and we were like all hype up when we got off the stage. Like, yeah, let's see anybody top that.
Now, but before you get into
My
this,
God.
we have been playing gigs where like every band is either on par with each other, or we get off and we're like, why did everyone blow so much? Like,
Like,
and then these guys
you know how it
fucking
is.
played.
You guys know how it is.
Either
Like,
one or the other.
Yeah, but we stuck
Oh
every night,
my
so it didn't really matter.
Sorry, we did too.
We're always that being like, maybe we could have done better. Well, that's just me in my head.
Well,
Everyone else is
that's
like, yeah, we did
different.
good. I'm like,
that's
nah, we
me.
suck.
That's me
Yeah.
too. But like that night, like I felt like we like for the first time
We
ever,
got our
I was like,
asses
we
on
fucking
par.
killed
We
it.
did.
We fucking killed it.
It's like
Let's
we
see
played
it.
everything the right amount of times for once. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And fucking like I got into it. I was rolling around on the floor and shit. Like I was like, let's
Well,
see
after the set,
anybody
totally,
top that.
totally irrelevant to the
Let's-
music. Jay was just rolling on the floor, just
He
for
was
fun.
literally
Here's
rock
ROFL.
Yeah.
But like
Stop,
we
drop,
were,
and roll.
like all five of us were like, let's see anybody top that.
Zeppelin came on.
And then fucking, and then like the next.
No, even worse.
the
It was
next-
a fucking ska band.
It was a ska band, but like it was a ska band with like metal vocals, like screaming vocals,
Oh,
and they just fucking start
these
ripping,
guys,
and I'm like,
on
oh
top
my
of that,
god.
the way these guys are like dressed and the way they look, it's like they just now came out the trash can from a Dead show,
Nice.
ready to fucking play. Like we should have
Nice.
known just
So-
from looking at them that they were gonna kick
I
our
was-
fucking
I
I
asses.
felt like a fucking idiot. I was
was-
like, oh.
I was standing like all the like I'm kind of like the more laid back one. I feel like out of everybody, so I'm standing all the way in the back. I'm chilling. I'm not really moshing, leaning against the wall or something. The bassist is the lead singer for the band, and he's got a wireless on, and so he walks the like 20 feet back towards me, and there's a bathroom around the corner, and so he's still playing his bass in the song, uses the bathroom, and then comes back. I guess he took a piss. I mean, he couldn't.
He's like,
Yeah, no. So he didn't have his mic with him, but like he took a piss and then walked back to the stage, and I was like, these guys are.
he's like going in the kitchen making
That was
himself a
it right there.
sandwich,
I'm like-
prepping
I'm
a
like-
meal.
fucking.
Prepping a meal.
That was just showing off at this point. Yeah.
That was the funniest part about the whole thing is that everyone like they went from moshing to like what the fuck do you call it? What's the Irish dancing shit where they
Like
like
jigs?
lock arms?
Like
And,
jigging.
what is it?
What? Wait, are you talking?
You know where
They're
people like
stomping
lock
the yard.
hands,
Yeah.
The
yeah.
river dance.
pub stomping.
They were river
Yeah.
dancing.
Okay.
River dancing, that shit. People were doing that, and the funniest part is that Jay had a flannel on, and he took it off and wrapped it around his fucking waist, and it looked like he had a kilt, and he was fucking river dancing.
Yeah, it'd be funny though.
I'm the
see that
most
bass
Greek
player.
Scotsman you'll ever meet.
Where's my shepherd?
Yeah,
Fucking
so
that
they were
also.
so
It would have been
good.
so funny though to see that bass player just like
Oh,
leave
God.
the scene, like leave the place, still playing the bass. You can still hear it in the fucking speaker. He's like driving home. You hear the car. You hear like Britney Spears in the background with his microphone. He's like driving home, still playing. You're like, damn, this guy's too good.
No,
Son
if
of
I
a-
saw
He was
this
crazy.
guy go to the bathroom while playing bass during the show, like that's
He
it
was
for me.
crazy.
Dude, I'm not shaking his hand.
Dude,
Yeah, you don't even want-
I'm just glad that we played before them. Can you imagine trying to top that shit?
They were nuts.
But
They
then
were nuts.
again, I, in a weird way, I wish that we had gone after them because then I would have been like,
No,
Yeah,
you know what
more
it would have been
into
like?
it.
It would have
You
been
get
like
more hype.
it would have been like the last battle in 8 Mile, where like
I mean, I
everyone
think-
just says all that shit. And it's like, how the fuck do you say anything to that?
Yeah.
Like,
You can't top that.
They were
I
killer.
threw a chair and I was like, yeah.
There's
I
there's
threw
a
a
video-
chair
and
and
I picked it
still
up and
felt
I
like
threw
a
it a
pussy.
second time,
Yeah,
and it
there's
still didn't do
There's
shit.
a video of Jay, like during one of the breakdowns, he takes a stool and throws it off the stage, and then I'm because I do the social media, so I'm watching this for a post, and so I had to rewind it a couple times because I see him push it, and then someone else from the audience picks it back up, and then Angel grabs it again and throws it off.
Hey, we don't want
Chairs? Fuck that shit.
We don't want cheers in our
Like it wasn't
props.
even like an intense part of the song. He just like grabbed it and pushed it again. I was like,
Are Kai's
alright.
guitars okay?
That chair sucks.
Yeah. Exactly. No, it's great. So
He made
I
like a
think it'd be
chant.
weird if I-
yeah, honestly.
We
But
should make that a thing
So-
at our next
You
show.
get like the
Yeah.
burning of it. Oh yeah.
Just burning fucking
They're making like the rain come down.
No, it's like a book burning, but all books about chairs and
That
shit.
new
Like,
song-
IKEA
That new
books.
The
song
history
that
of
we're
chairs.
going Chairs.
We're standing now.
What kind of gear are you guys usually running?
I have a. Well, right now I just use whatever we got the place. But
So at the studio, I have 5150 ivory white with the 5150 1x12 cab, and you know it has those like I believe they're Celestines or something. They're nice. They're nice speakers in those. It's like modern metal sound. Steve uses was it Bugera head with my 1936 lead Marshall 2x12 cab,
Yeah.
but he uses another type of Marshall cab live. But
I was actually interested in Bugera for a while. I was gonna get the 333.
Bugera's cool. They're not too good sound, you know, solid sound. I feel like honestly though, from what I've heard and played, overall in general, just like spectrum wise, what it can cover, dude, the 5150, the newer ones by Fender, dude,
Yeah.
they have a broad sound. You know what I mean? It can go from like that like pop rock sound to like that crunchy
Yeah.
like screaming metal. Like Meshuggah style, you know what I mean? The only thing is that you gotta get a gate because like after a certain type of
Yeah.
level, it starts to like
all
kind of get some
fuzz.
feedback. Well,
Yeah.
some feedback.
Yeah, I got
And,
the
you know.
6505, and I have that same problem. I got to get a gate. And
Yeah.
like, you know, I got that amp, and I like it. It gives me a good
Solid
sound, and everything,
sound.
but it never like was overwhelmingly great
Angle.
to me. And then Kai brought me to Guitar Center, and I played on a triple rectifier, and it destroyed my life.
Mesa. Yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
$2,000 though.
Dude, it's well worth it. That same thing with Mesa. They have a wide spectrum. I mean, they're more like that like rugged metal sound though, compared to like if you want to go lighter. But just in general though, this heavy rock, heavy like Mesa.
The only problem I had with it is like with the 6505, whatever the fuck you put the knobs on, it's gonna sound good. But the triple rec, it's like I had to sit there for a good 20 minutes.
And you can hear everything though in that sound spectrum, and you can I can tweak anything, and it's not as general as it would be like compared to a different kind of amp.
Yeah.
For the same thing for metal, I really like I said, like Angle. You ever try one of those? The Powerball, the Fireballs. They only have the thing is the downfall. It's only one channel, so you're only getting one type of distortion. But like you can broaden it in any way, but it's not going to give you like a lighter type of rock.
Yeah.
It's not
really
gonna
dial it in, but you can't. But once you're dialed in, that's what you got.
That's what you got. That's it. But it's like super, super distorted, super punchy. Like like the band, that what's that German Russian band? They do like Du Hast, Rammstein. Yeah, Rammstein.
Du Hast.
They use Angle. It's German made. Dude, Germans, dude, they made the best type of like this overall audio. They got the best mics. They got like the best kind of amps. They're like they kill it. They crush it.
For guitars and stuff.
I use my Jackson. I bought I bought it from my friend like a while ago for like $100.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I.
Was it a Dinky?
Yeah, or so, I don't know, something like that. It's
That's a dinky body.
Yeah. But I use that. I've been using that for now. I got my my Gibson that I have. That's in standard right now, but I'm gonna switch the strings out to a more heavier gauge.
Yeah.
Probably drop that down. But
Do you guys
drop it like
what
five.
tuning?
Drop it like
What tuning you guys usually playing?
We play in drop C.
drop C.
Maybe we can eventually experiment, go a little lower.
Go drop it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, something straight for that. It's just like drop C is it's good because you can get like the breakdowns that you need, and it gives it that like heavy feel. But you can also go lighter with it too. It can really give you what you need when it comes to what we're looking for.
You just like fucking 5-starred me in my sunburn.
In your sunburn?
Dude,
You have to send it in though, dude.
Personally, I always hated doing drop tunings because I just like doing 2-finger power chords, you know what I mean? We're wanting to switch to D or C standard. We're going to experiment with that a little bit.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of our thing, after when we started, we just did standard tuning all throughout all the songs.
I love standard tuning.
And we kind of decided after our first record cycle, I guess you could call it, and so now we're starting to write stuff for the second record cycle, and we're going to be releasing stuff coming up, but we're going to change tunings for this whole album or whatever you call it.
In my opinion, standard tuning, you really have to be a musician to understand standard tuning. I used to hate standard tuning. I used to be like, nah, drop or nothing. You know what I mean? Because I want the heaviness, I want the chug, I want the dun 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 dun. You know what I mean?
Well, Black
But,
Sabbath.
Dude, standard, you have to really know your chords. You have to really know what you're playing in order to get standard to make it sound right. And I didn't realize that until I started playing guitar, and I was like, wow, standard tuning is just.
Yeah, that's a whole nother debate though, because I feel like what I call heavy, what Jay calls heavy, and what Brandon calls heavy are all completely different things. I might think of something heavy as something super fast and aggressive. Jay might think of it as something really slow and down tuned.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Personally, I listen to a lot of deathcore. So and a lot of slam bands too. I really like Abominable Putridity and Traitors, and on the deathcore side, I really like Lorna Shore and Angel Maker. So to me, that's heavy, and they go back and forth with, you can tell that most of their influences is fucking blast beats, and I had this comparison, not to shit on any of the new side of deathcore, but to me, if you want to listen to deathcore and know why people like it, you have to listen to the original Job for a Cowboy album. You have to listen to fucking Doom, because that album is why people like deathcore. That is the quintessential, this is good deathcore, and then everything else might come close. It'll emulate it,
But it's
it'll
not the
never
same.
be
No.
as good as Doom. Like fucking
The potential
Embodiment of a
damage.
Machine, Knee Deep, Suspended by the Throat. Fucking those songs are so fucking good. Like each one moves the way a fucking symphony does.
Yeah, because
like,
it's tough to have something super heavy that works and is melodic and moves the way it's supposed to.
everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
Every riff has a purpose, and it advances the song. It's not riff salad. It advances and it goes forward, and it picks up the things that it needs to pick up along the way to get you to a climax, and then after that climax, they all
Then
do
you
a
clean
very
up
good.
and go away.
They all exactly. They all have a very good job of resolving that climax and then moving on to the next song in the album.
Yeah,
That
Kleenex or
whole-
baby wipes.
That
When you hear Gilbert Godfrey reading 50 Shades.
that whole album
It
is
speaks to you.
yeah, it really does.
Well, that's kind of
And
like
just like the mix too of it, the mix in general.
The mix too,
overall,
yeah.
just you know what I mean, because it's not always about the musician. It's about like the mix.
Like if
A song can be good, but
Exactly.
the mix can be turd.
if I'm listening to Job for a Cowboy, like I like Drown in Sulfur, but I can't listen to Drown in Sulfur after listening to Job for a Cowboy because like
It's on another caliber.
yeah, Job for a Cowboy is just so much better at doing deathcore.
They've been there probably longer though, right?
Yeah, like and
Yeah, they're older
I'm
now.
not big on their other. I think they have another 3 albums. I'm not really big on those. They
Sometimes
kind
when they first start out, it's like wow, they're so good, and then like they start progressing, and it's like it loses that
Yeah.
sparkle that it once had.
it's
you
like
know?
if you listen to the first Parkway Drive album, like the,
amazing, dude.
the
they're-
first one, and
Have
like
you ever seen their documentary?
yeah, I have.
Dude,
I
it is
love
so
their first.
good.
Yeah, dude, it's so
And it's
started
crazy.
this
Their story,
conversation.
dude. Their story. It's like
thinking Winston McCall.
dude, it's like they went from like Australia being one of the biggest band in Australia.
And then starting
Nothing
over in the U.S.
Yeah, nothing.
Like it was just like, all right, we can do it there.
Living in
we
their
can
vans.
do it here.
Living in their vans. Sometimes they said they slept under their vans. They said to keep cool because it was so hot in their vans.
Wow.
Dude, and
They're professional surfers too. They didn't even have to play music.
Yeah,
Boogie
yeah, they
Boarders.
are.
Boogie boarders. Well, they're professionals regardless. They're all jacked and like wrestle kangaroos and
Yeah.
all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they wear their ground harnesses when they go back home because Australia is upside down.
All right,
No,
so
but for
here's
real,
a-
Don't Close Your Eyes is such a better album than what is it? Reverence is the new one. It's like I can see how they progressed as musicians,
I
but
think
Reverence has this raw fucking anger in it that like you can't breed out, and it is.
But Parkway. So in my opinion, their breakthrough album was Horizons, dude.
Dude, Horizons
Yeah,
is
That's like a
such
game
good
changer.
album. It was
I agree
They
with
took
that.
from what they did from before. What was their first album? I don't know their first.
Don't Close Your Eyes. It was
That
Don't
one.
Close Your Eyes.
They took
Killing
that.
with a Smile.
I think Killer. Yeah, that was the song "Killer with a Smile."
Killing with a Smile.
And that was the album.
I feel like it was
I
a
don't
progression
remember.
though. I feel like they
Just like that they took from what
Killing
they
with a
were.
Smile is the album.
Yeah, they took what they did from there and then brought it to Horizons,
I
but
think
like
it was
produced so much better.
I think it was Deep Blue, then Horizons, then
Deep-
Atlas.
No, Deep Blue was after Horizons.
Deep
'cause
Blue was
I didn't,
after
Yeah, I
Horizons?
didn't like Deep Blue after. when
I
everything
liked
else
Deep.
had-
I liked Deep Blue, but I heard it. I heard that album before I heard Horizons.
Oh, dude.
Well,
Horizons
I got a
was
real
sick,
question for you
dude.
guys. I got a real question.
I have a copy of it in my
It
car
was
right
game
now.
changer, dude.
It was a game changer.
How
Carry
many-
on. Oh my god, that was like the.
Mine's
when-
breaking point,
when
dude.
you
The
get Jay
breaking
going.
point. That
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta exclude Brandon from this conversation real quick and make him feel bad. So, how are you guys on video games?
Oh. Dude, I don't have time for video games.
I'm not
dude.
really a gamer, dude. I
Really?
was. I
Oh,
used
there
to
you go.
be.
I
Me
wanted to
neither.
hear you talk shit about GTA. Damn it.
No, why? I love GTA.
I like GTA.
Yeah,
No!
but they're releasing it for the 35th time now.
What do you like better though? Do you like Skyrim or do you like Fallout better?
Skyrim, dude.
Skyrim.
Kidding me?
Dude,
Listen, Skyrim's all about
what is
those
life's
nights.
greatest illusion?
Skyrim's all about those nights where like you get home at like 9 o'clock, right? And then you start playing, and then before you realize it, you like look around and you forget that you're a person. You got the eye crust and the sun's already coming up, but you like just now did the Whiterun glitch the 35,000th time in a row, and you
Dude.
got like a million freaking gold. Like,
This was my thing, dude. This is what I would do. I would start Skyrim. When I used to drink, I would drink heavily. So I would be already messed up. I would be gone on my mind. And then my controller, for some reason, my joystick would get stuck. So it would if I crawl, like a sneak skill, I would sneak and then it would slowly move, but I wouldn't be moving. So I would still be the beginning, right? Where you're still in the beginning of the game. Or you know how we gotta open the door in order to progress. I just keep slashing the guy with my one hand, so I can get my one-handed to 100. And then I would throw fire at him, so my fire would get to my destruction.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I would get that to 100.
I always did that with the sneak.
I would get that to 100 too. And then I would go see the grizzly bear, and then I would sneak to the grizzly bear, but I would never move. So then I would change the channel, fall asleep because I'm drunk, wake up still half drunk. I see my sneak skills at 100. I'm like, okay, now I'll kill the bear. One-handed, dominate his life. Then I start the game with my destruction at 100, my sneak at 100, my one-handed at 100, and then I'm like, well, I'm already a beast. And then I just continue on the game. I do every other mission but the main quest. I didn't even kill the dragon. I haven't even killed the dragon. I haven't even killed the dragon yet.
Dude, fuck the main quest.
I don't even know how to shout yet. And everything's at 100. I'm like, how the fuck is this?
Dude, there have been
Time
times
Guard
My
is the
armor's
best
at
quest,
glass. I glass armor in the beginning.
There have been times where I actually played the game and just never even activated dragons in it.
I know, it's awesome,
dude.
dude. I'm killing
Yeah.
everything in my sight.
I have
I'm
this
a monster.
superstition though, my
Dude,
friend.
I feel like before you
I
go
had
on to
all
that,
the dragon masks except for the one that you get by actually
wooden
completing
one?
the game. No, I had the wooden one
had the
too.
wooden one.
See,
Because
bullshit, you don't play video games.
Skyrim is something different, dude. Skyrim
No,
is something
but
different.
I have this superstition though that my friend kind of turned me on to, and I didn't believe him at first. But if you have over 100 leather strips on you, dragons will spawn in like a motherfucker.
100 leather strips?
Yeah, and I tested it. I made 100 leather strips, and every time I fast traveled somewhere, a dragon was always right
Wow.
there.
I see the gears turning with Harris. He's gonna hold.
Yeah, he's gonna go home and do it.
Dude, I'm
No,
about
but then
to
as
lose
soon as
the
I start playing, I start working on my house. I do everything else but do the main quest.
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought you meant if because I was like, yeah, he's gonna go home.
Wait,
I thought
he-
you meant working on your actual.
Like he
house.
just starts
I
Skyrim, then
played
gets a
Skyrim.
hammer, and he's like,
Yeah, but
I
Jake,
just look at him smithing. He's not smithing anything. I'm just watching him.
Yeah, he's like,
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah,
Jake
he's
is-
not doing anything. Though. I'm not doing anything. The cutscene's still going. I can pick what I want to do. I can't decide.
So Brandon probably wants to die at this point,
No,
but
I'm just
you wanna
thinking
change
how.
the subject.
I was just thinking how it's we're about an hour 20 in. We're probably gonna be about 10 minutes or so or whatever. But
that
just
was pretty
kinda,
cool.
After that digression, bring it back to the music stuff a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're in a
you
band.
forgot. Yeah,
Wait.
honestly, I thought we were just.
Wait, there's a person named
Yeah.
Steve the Pirate on our team?
Yeah, for real. But I was like,
Wait, what band are we in?
I think we're in Eyes of Theia.
Yeah, join our band.
I
you guys are the
thought-
new
I
horn
thought
players,
we were
remember?
Degaman.
Yeah. No, it's Theia. You're
You
in Theia.
guys know. Yeah, we're Theia, they're Theia.
Can we talk about logos for a second though? Like, why do so many bands go with the tree branch font nowadays?
Because it looks cool.
Because it's edgy.
It's metal as fuck.
Yeah,
And also, it's super in style wise right now. Because
Yeah, it's still in style, even
because
after
Ghost-
20 years, 30 years later.
because
some
Ghostman
reason.
is fucking popular as shit right now, and he's using
It's not
it.
even really
Dude,
metal.
I
mean,
can't.
it's kind of like.
I kind of fuck with Ghostman, but I don't
Look at his hair.
But
like.
you are Ghostman.
Yeah, you are.
You
good.
have
I
the
don't
mane of a ghost.
I don't like that. Like, this is gonna sound super pretentious. I already know, but I don't like that he's creating this whole poser culture, where oh yeah, I listen to Ghostman, so I'm gonna dress like a fucking deathcore kid, and you see a kid wearing a fucking Lorna Shore shirt, and you're like, oh, one of my people. No, I just listen to
Well,
Ghostman.
no, dude, that fucking happens all the time. Do you know how many people I've seen wearing Iron Maiden shirts?
it's not just music to us. It's
It's a personal thing.
It's a very personal thing because it's
Sometimes though, you gotta let that ego aside though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Think about it
It's
from
hard,
the
though.
band's perspective, right? The band's perspective. We get they got their hardcore fans, right? They got
Yeah.
the people that know every song. They go to the shows. They know all their lyrics.
They don't sell enough merch to them, I
they
get
appreciate the musicianship of their product. Then there's people they're the casual guys, you know what I mean, or the people that follow the trend, right? And those people, right? Not only do they support them, maybe not the same way, but they financially support them as well, you know, and that's how they're able to be the way they are, able to play the shows that they're able to play, come out to see, so we can watch them,
Yeah,
because of the fans in general, the general audience.
We were
But
at
then you
Warped
have
Tour.
fans that don't know that it's even a band.
We were at Warped Tour.
They
I
just
wanna
have
say
the shirt. It's just like
2 years
you
ago,
know, like,
3 years
I've
ago.
approached people multiple times and been like,
No, we were at Warped Tour. I want to say 2-3 years ago, and like we're all about like the face-to-face contact, like doing this sort of thing, you know, meeting fans, doing stuff like that. And so we were going around, just literally
Even if
going
they're
up
not
to
our
people. Going up to people. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Trying to make new fans.
Doesn't
you know?
matter though. Yeah. you're
Going up
reaching
to
out.
people saying, hey, this is, you know, check out our music, this is introducing ourselves. And so Angel has a Megadeth shirt on, and so he goes up to somebody and goes,
This happened like
yeah,
8 times.
yeah, he
probably
goes up to
throughout the
someone
whole
and
day.
goes, he's like, hey, check out my band or whatever, and someone's like, oh, is that them or you
Yeah, Megadeth, yeah.
Like,
And
how
he's
have you not heard of
Like, see my
Megadeth?
long hair? Of
Yeah.
course I'm in Megadeth.
Yeah. No, but we found Justin completely by accident. Like
our
we
drummer,
were,
yeah.
our drummer had literally just left like that day.
We're twins, dude.
He was
Like-
super drunk, and Angel's like, can you follow my band? And he's
Yeah.
like, you need a drummer? And that
And we
was
were
it.
like, yeah, and then we got his number, and then we
That
were
was
at
it.
Denny's
Yeah.
the next day.
Damn, dude, you got
didn't-
picked up like that?
I'm not Justin. I'm Jay.
Oh shit, dude. I'm like half asleep and like
Nah.
half dead.
I'm the singer, dude.
Dude, my mind is
Well, to be fair, we
We've been
didn't
talking
go
for
over
like
that.
an hour
My
and
mind is
25
blown
minutes.
right now.
To be
My
fair,
mind
yeah.
is blown.
So wait, to be fair, we didn't go over that, but like we said, we've played with you guys once, but it feels like we've played with you 4,000
I
times
know, it
for
does.
some
Because
reason.
we talk a lot.
Yeah, we vibe well too, and so I mean, it's like
Well, it's always Pete too, though. Pete's like a really good conversationalist. He's
Yeah.
like, I think overall Pete, he's like a good vocalist. Just like, cause like,
So why are you guys here?
he's a really.
get the hell out.
We're the B side. We're the B
The
side
B team.
Yeah,
B
B
team
team.
came
They
too.
had to do the B team. The A team, they couldn't. We needed to pay them big bucks in order for them to get here. You know,
Yeah.
shit happens.
Do you want to plug the studio, by the way? Because I feel like that kind of got glazed over. I don't know if you do that for like business there or.
Oh, my music studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, just check out the Google page. Search Shop Production Studio, and then
Where's it at?
SHH.
Where's it at?
You Google it.
No, like the
Instagram.
location. Like,
Oh, in downtown New Haven on Church Street.
Gotcha.
And,
We should
in,
have
in
done
a
the
secret
podcast
location.
We were going to. But
It's where Skull and
didn't work
Bones
out.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's where you'll meet the turtles as well.
Yep.
The turtle.
The two snappers.
What do you guys got coming down the line as far as new music? I mean, you say you've been writing.
So, oh man, I gotta talk about music now, dude.
I know it sucks. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Podcast between two bands, and we gotta talk about music.
I mean, we already got through
Whoever's
giraffes.
coming
and-
here to listen to this
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
I thought we
is
were talking about
definitely-
turtles this whole time.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of a podcast? Like,
Yeah,
Joe
but,
Rogan
I mean,
again
true,
just
true.
had freaking Mannered on his shit, and all they talked about was wine
True.
for like
True.
2 hours.
Yeah.
No, but we did have a show planned for the 26th. It's not like a private club; it's a bikers club. We actually got a hookup from the band Dread These Days. They're like our second version of us. I don't know how to explain that, but we're like really close. We're
Yeah.
tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So P and MG they're like boys, and you know all the other members are cool too. But like I'm not really like a super social guy, so I'll try to stay like I kind of like to
It's
blend
the bang.
in.
It's the bang today that's got you going.
Yeah, it got me going. I like to just like blend in, you know, with the scene and stuff like that, and just try to just do what I gotta do and play the drums the way I gotta play and whatever. But you know, we got the show to 26 at the Diablo's Club House place, and we're working on a show in October with Opus. There was a show that we were supposed to play back in January, but then the COVID thing happened and all
Dead
this
by
other crap
Wednesday.
and.
With Dead by Wednesday.
Yeah, Dead by Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Opus's solo acoustic band.
Oh yeah.
Alive by Tuesday.
Yeah, live by Tuesday, but on a Thursday. You lied.
Well, yeah.
Because you're alive at Tuesday, then dead by Wednesday the next day. You know,
There you
makes
go.
sense.
That's it,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
It doesn't make sense. I actually kind of like their shirt. It has like that Wednesday Adams girl. but,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
she's like
yeah,
all
yeah.
like angry.
That's awesome.
And like she's Wednesday.
Angel, maybe we could dress you up and put on a shirt.
Oh yeah.
We run it through our website. It was a little shameless plug, maniacthreads.com. We, do all the merch there and the
Go
ticket
to
sales.
buy our
Maniacthreads.com.
merch.
Yeah,
Go
we do all
to
the-
That's
church
cool.
and buy our
We
merch.
do all the like ticket sales and stuff through our self-hosted shows there and stuff.
You
as
guys
well,
have like
so.
show events on that page as well?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually, before this whole thing happened, we were planning like a Northeast tour that we were gonna do throughout the summer, like every weekend, and Corona.
We
But,
had a kickoff date and everything.
Yeah.
And
so, but like we said, it's just about adapting and going with the flow, I guess. So
Well, like
Yeah.
earlier in this interview, it can go two ways. It can go be super, super dope, and like a lot of people are gonna come out, or it's gonna be like, hey, I'm so used to not being out, I don't have to be out anymore.
I think something's gonna
Something has to change.
Yeah, and whenever there's opportunity, something else takes its
We
place.
should put ads on Tinder.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, literally,
That'd
like
be
just
cool.
make Tinder
Actually-
accounts that just have like the poster on it or
Farmers,
something like that.
farmersonly.com.
That's
Farmers
not.
only.
That's not a bad
I can see you in
idea.
overalls and like a little hay thing.
What, just me in overalls? You
Yeah.
could see, not anyone
and the
else.
hay thing.
You could see just me in overalls.
Just you.
I think
And
we're
the
gonna-
hay thing,
I
though.
think we're gonna have to
That's
talk after
not-
this.
You
a
need the hay
terrible
thing.
idea.
So if
Hey, thing or get the
all
F
five
out.
of us.
I vote farmers only. You with the overalls and everyone else dressed as farm animals.
I love it. Fucking, I call sheep.
If this,
My favorite reaction picture ever is of Master Shake, and it says, "Look at him and tell me there's a guy."
oh yeah. We
Look
get
at
sent
me,
that.
bro. Look at him and tell me there's a guy.
That gets sent at least like 5 times a
What's
week.
that
Yeah,
guy's
Jack.
name? Carl, the neighbor?
Yeah, fucking
You
Carl.
remember he's like the flute? He's like stuck with the flute. He's like playing the flute.
When all the fucking evil guys got together and their evil group name was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Dude, fucking, I used to stay up to watch Metalocalypse when I was a
Oh,
kid.
yeah, I love
Metalocalypse-
Gundam? Remember Gundam?
Metalocalypse actually got me into death
I
metal.
love
Really?
that show.
Yeah.
That show.
I
Oh wait,
remember-
Mel. Yeah, dude, I love that show.
I remember I used to
Dude,
stay up to
that's
watch
fun.
like
Yeah,
Sword
dude.
Art Online.
I love that. That was so. How come they don't play that crap anymore?
Dude, it's all online for free on
Yeah.
adult.
But like, I want it on TV.
What
I
about,
want the comfort of seeing it on TV
what about
on
Robot
cable.
Chicken?
Robot
Chicken,
Chicken,
that's the
awesome.
OG shit. But what bothers me is that whenever Robot Chicken would play, because the episodes are only 15 minutes long,
Yeah.
they would always do one right after the other. So why
Yeah.
not just make it a whole 30-minute
Yeah.
thing?
You ever
It
see
always
the one where
bothers me.
Mario and Luigi go to Vice City?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Yoshi ends up going to what's it called? The Resident
And then they
Evil
went to
one?
Raccoon City.
Raccoon
Yeah.
City, yeah.
Yep.
He's like, oh, Raccoon City. That sounds pretty good.
Oh,
8 Mile Zombies. Oh, they got this one. The one in Robot Chicken where you see freaking the guy in the office. He's like fighting everyone like fucking like Street Fighter style.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like fighting Ryu. He's like, Ryu, how the hell do you work here? He's like, I work in accounting down the hall. And he's like, fight. And he gives him a Hadouken. And then he dies. He's like, all right.
Yo, you know what's funny? Our drummer Justin says like there's only like 2 or 3 things that he'll leave the band for. One is if he becomes a professional NASCAR driver, and 2 is if he joins the Blue Man Group. He said those are the only thing. Those are like his credentials, and he'll leave the band.
So I
only
want to.
That's it.
I think we should be
That's
wrapping it
it.
up here in a minute, but I
Yeah.
want to tell this last story.
One time in band camp.
One time at band camp. No, we went to practice, but Brandon and our other guitar player at the time didn't show up, so it was just me, Jay, and Justin.
That's
just kinda
awkward.
We didn't really
That's
do anything.
awkward.
We played for about 10 minutes, and then we just got bored, and Jay started drinking and stuff like that. And then we're in the garage, and he's talking about how he met Winston McCall. And for a solid 10 minutes, he was just like, dude, I met Winston McCall. For 10 minutes straight. He just wouldn't stop saying
I
it.
don't know what it is.
Dude, I met
Parkway
Winston
Drive.
McCall, dude.
Lead singer.
Wait, the guy with the shitty tattoos. You're the shitty tattoos. He has the worst tattoos. He
Dude,
brags
he's,
about them.
he's way taller than you think.
He's
by the
Yeah,
way.
scary, dude.
aside from that,
He's
so
scary.
I'm getting pissed at Jay because he won't stop talking about it. He ends up falling asleep. Now it's just me and Justin hanging out. And, we're looking at his tools, and he opens one of the things, and there's like a whole bunch of old newspapers in there. I'm like, what's this? He's like, oh, this is when Dale Earnhardt died. I'm like, who's Dale Earnhardt? He's like,
The
you
NASCAR
don't
driver,
know
dude.
Dale
Even I know
Earnhardt?
that.
Yeah, and then he's like, Dale Earnhardt,
dude,
man.
Dale
and he
Earnhardt.
did the same shit that Jay
Bro.
did.
Dude.
Winston McCall, right there.
Oh, I didn't show you his tattoos, dude. You're like, yo, let me see your shitty shark
Winston
tattoo.
McCall, right there.
No, the funny thing about that is that I ended up buying a
Winston
truck,
McCall?
and the guy that had it before me put Dale Earnhardt stickers all over it, and I just kept them on there.
Yeah, you got what is your stickers? University of
Hey,
Kentucky.
Brandon.
Yeah,
Check-
and then
check
I got
that out.
Proud to be an American, Dale Earnhardt, a bunch of other
I can
shit.
see you like NASCAR, though. You look like you would like NASCAR.
I am a car guy, but I'm not a NASCAR guy.
Yo,
I like
cool,
drag
though.
racing,
Drag race is sick.
but I don't like
You like
just
seeing the
turning
wheelies.
to the left. Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see wheelies.
I like going in a straight line and stopping. I don't like just turning to the left.
Get that bug.
Yo, I want to get him so bad. Oh. You're dead!
Wait, it was a firefly. I feel bad now.
Bugs are all.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for
All right.
the stripped audio of this
Just
without
pick
any
one.
visual.
Just pick one.
He pick one so we can end the show.
Can we just do marry one, fuck one, kill one instead?
All right, marry one, fuck one, kill one. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mike Tyson, Sylvester Stallone. Let's
I
go.
probably got picked
Oh,
off.
dude.
I probably got picked off.
All right, that concludes the first Magnets for Maniacs podcast. I'm Jay. This is Brandon. This is Angel.
He's not the drummer. That was
I'm-
my fault.
I'm not the drummer. I'm sorry.
His name is Jay.
I wish you were the drummer though, because I thought we had like a twin telepathy.
I tried to play drums. I'm very bad.
Why
at
can't you
it.
just be a
Give me
drummer,
that.
dude? You're a drummer now. You're a little drummer boy.
Don't tell him that. Please don't.
He's gonna come in with the
I
out.
brought these gifts for
gonna have the outfit
you.
on
They're
next
up in my bum. All right.
All right, this has been
This
the
is
podcast,
Eyes of
guys.
Theia. Check out their songs. They're on YouTube. And are you guys on Spotify and shit? I don't know. They're definitely
They're
on
on
YouTube. They're
something.
definitely on
See, I'm
YouTube.
just
Google
a
that
drummer.
shit.
I know bricks. I know sticks.
And he knows
I know-
dicks.
I'm sorry.
I don't know dicks other than my own.
Pete, I'm sorry. I know that you guys are on YouTube. So
Me
go
too.
ahead, check them out on
Me too.
YouTube. They're fucking sweet. Eyes of
Thank you.
Theia. Signing out. Have a good night,
Wait.
everybody.
I just want to thank you guys so much for having us, be in your podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
If anybody watches it.
It really means a lot. Honestly, did you guys take time out of your own hands to have us on there and like give us donuts? I don't know if they
That was
saw it.
crazy.
No one
Give
ate
us
the donuts,
donuts.
I don't think,
I know,
but,
but
you're
it's
free
okay
to take
though.
some.
It was just a gesture. We love it. We love you guys, and we really want to play with you guys again. And we really hope to share the stage sometime, maybe by end of this year or next year or sometime in this millennium.
For sure.
That would be
I
perfect.
can't. Yeah.
When you put that kind of time frame on it, it's probably a pretty good chance.
Schedule a tour.
Yeah.
All right, have a good night, everybody. We've been Magnets for Maniacs, and I'm gonna just press R because
Bye bye.
nope. Fuck. Fuck.
Kai, how do we stop?
Kai, how do we stop it? I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, get the bug. Yes, please, thanks. We're gonna keep all this in.
Why do you have a vacuum?
Because he wants to vacuum stuff.
This is all gonna be still gonna be in there. Right?
Oh,
I
I
made-
made Daniel. Get him. The donuts.